former Senate President, Minority Leader Senator Vicente C. Soto to lead the chamber in prayer.
Heavenly Father, we come before you today with humble hearts, seeking your presence, your wisdom, and guidance. In these challenging times for our nation, we ask that you shine your light upon every heart and every decision made in the service of the Filipino people. Lord, we pray for integrity to prevail over dishonesty, for humility to overcome pride, and for truth to silence deception. May those entrusted with leadership walk in righteousness, accountability, and genuine concern for the common good. Grant us the courage to do what is right, even when it is difficult. And dear God, give us wisdom to choose what is just over what is convenient. Protect our institutions and our nation from the influence of evil, corruption, greed, division, and selfish ambition. Father God, guard every mind and heart against temptation and guide all public servants to become instruments of peace, fairness, and compassion. Dear Lord, bless our nation with leaders who fear you, honor the truth, and serve with sincerity. Let justice, integrity, and loyalty for country and to the Constitution rise above all personal interests. May everything we do today be guided by your wisdom and covered with your grace. All this we ask in your holy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Senator Soto. A prayer that all of us should reflect on. Secretary, please call the roll call. Please call the roll.
Roll call of members. The Honorable Senator Aquino, Senator Cayetano Pia, Senator De La Rosa, Senator Ejercito, Senator Escudero, Senator Estrada, Senator Gatchalian, Senator Go, Senator Ontiveros, Senator Lacson, Senator Lapid, Senator Ligarda, Senator Marcoleta, Senator Marcos, Senator Padilla, Senator Pangilinan, Senator Soto, Senator Tulfo Erwin, Senator Tulfo Rafi, Senator Villanueva, Senator Villar Camille, Senator Villar Mark, Senator Zubiri, Senate President Cayetano Alan is present.
With 22 senators present, the chair declares the presence of a quorum.
Mr.
Majority
President.
Leader.
Thank you. Mr. President, before we proceed, may I just be allowed to respectfully acknowledge some guests from the gallery? We have guests of our Senate President, Alan Peter Cayetano, Mayor Sammy Co of Pagadian City, who's here with us. Guest of Senator Mig Zubiri, may kababayan, the pride of Bulacan, Mr. Juanito Torres, a well-known artist from the great town of Pulilan, Bulacan, is also with us. Guest of this representation, Mr. President, Councilor Jervy Cruz of Nampicuan, Nueva Ecija. He was the UAAP men's basketball most valuable player, Mr. President, from the UST Growling Tigers. We welcome all of them in this August chamber,
Yes.
Mr. President.
Thank you for being with us today. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this juncture, I move that we dispense with the reading of the journal of the 64th session, May 18, 2026, and consider the same as approved.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Mr. President, I move that we proceed with the reference of business.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. The Secretary will now read the items in the reference of business.
Bills on first reading. Senate Bill number 2126, an act establishing the National Measurement Institute of the Philippines and appropriating funds therefore by Senator Lapid.
Referred to the Committee on Science and Technology, Civil Service, Government Reorganization, and Professional Regulation, Ways and Means, and Finance.
Senate Bill number 2127, an act extending the corporate life and expanding the powers of the Philippine International Trading Corporation, amending for the purpose PD number 1071, otherwise known as the Revised Charter of the Philippine International Trading Corporation by Senator Lapid.
Referred to the Committees on refers to the Committee on Government Corporation and Public Enterprise, Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, and Finance.
Resolutions. PSR 386, resolution congratulating and commending Albert Ian de los Santos for his historic gold medal performance and record-breaking feat in the men's 71 kilogram category at the 2026 IWF Junior World Championship in Ismailia, Egypt by Senator Lapid.
Referred to the Committee on Rules.
387, resolution congratulating and commending Filipina Tech leader Kat Borlongan for being honored as a Knight Chevalier of the National Order of Merit, Order National du Mérite by the Republic of France by Senator Lapid.
Referred to the Committee on Rules.
388, resolution urging the Department of Health to strengthen food safety, sanitation, and public health measures following the discovery of drug-resistant bacteria in street-sold palamig beverages in Tondo, Manila by Senator Lapid.
Referred to the Committee on Health and Demography.
389, resolution congratulating and commending Team Pilipinas and Siniende of St. Pedro Poveda College for winning the gold medal in the Open Hip Hop Division of the 2026 International All-Star Federation Dance Worlds Championship held in Orlando, Florida by Senator Lapid.
Referred to the Committee on Rules.
390, resolution urging the Land Transportation Office to conduct a comprehensive study on the implementation of programs promoting the use of reflective and high visibility gears during nighttime to enhance road safety and prevent accidents nationwide by Senator Lapid.
Referred to the Committee on Public Services.
391, resolution congratulating and commending Regine Velasquez Alcacid for being named as the first ever Woman of the Year by Billboard Philippines by Senator Lapid.
Referred to the Committee on Rules.
Committee reports. Committee report number 63 submitted by the Committee on Local Government on House Bill number 7554 introduced by Representatives Fresnedi and Miraflores, an act declaring December 19 of every year as a special non-working holiday in the city of Muntinlupa to be known as Muntinlupa Foundation Day, amending for the purpose RA number 9191, otherwise known as an act declaring the first day of March of every year as a special non-working holiday in the city of Muntinlupa to be known as the Muntinlupa City Charter Day, recommending its approval without amendment. Sponsor Senator Estrada.
To the calendar for ordinary business.
Committee report number 64 submitted by the Committee on Local Government on House Bill number 7555 introduced by Representatives Tolentino and Miraflores, an act declaring September 6 of every year as a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Mendez Nunez, province of Cavite, to commemorate its founding anniversary, recommending its approval without amendment. Sponsor Senator Estrada.
To the calendar for ordinary business.
Committee report number 65 submitted by the Committee on Local Government on House Bill number 142 introduced by Representatives Olivares and Miraflores, an act declaring February 13 of every year a special non-working holiday in the city of Parañaque, Metro Manila, amending for the purpose RA number 11460, recommending its approval without amendment. Sponsor Senator Estrada.
To the calendar for ordinary business.
Committee report number 66 submitted by the Committee on Local Government on House Bill number 761 introduced by Representatives Matugas and Miraflores, an act declaring January 16 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Dapa, province of Surigao del Norte, in celebration of the feast of its patron saint, the Holy Santo Niño, recommending its approval without amendment. Sponsor Senator Estrada.
To the calendar for ordinary business.
Committee Report Number 67, submitted by the Committee on Local Government on House Bill Number 762, introduced by Representatives Chan and Miraflores, an act declaring June 17 of every year a special non-working holiday in the city of Lapu-Lapu, province of Cebu, in commemoration of its charter anniversary, recommending its approval without amendment. Sponsor Senator Estrada.
To the calendar for ordinary business.
Committee Report Number 68, submitted by the Committee on Local Government on House Bill 1510, introduced by Representatives Yap E. et al., an act declaring July 15 of every year a special non-working holiday in the whole Cordillera Administrative Region in commemoration of its founding anniversary, to be known as Cordillera Day, recommending its approval without amendment. Sponsor Senator Estrada.
To the calendar for ordinary business.
Committee Report Number 69, submitted by the Committee on Local Government on House Bill Number 1538, introduced by Representatives Bolilla and Miraflores, an act declaring June 9 of every year as a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Rosario, province of Batangas, in celebration of its founding anniversary, recommending its approval without amendment. Sponsor Senator Estrada.
To the calendar for ordinary business.
Committee Report Number 70, submitted by the Committee on Local Government on House Bill Number 1539, introduced by Representatives Bolilla and Miraflores, an act declaring November 11 of every year as a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Taysan, province of Batangas, in celebration of its founding anniversary, recommending its approval without amendment. Sponsor Senator Estrada.
To the calendar for ordinary business.
Second.
Suspend lang 1 minute. Session suspended.
In a world that craves the light of truth, One Network stands as an immovable beacon. For years, the world recognized our unyielding spirit, crowning us the most credible media company of the year. We crossed oceans to become Asia's most trusted and valued international news team, and stood defiant as the most outstanding independent Philippine media. Now, in the year 2026, we still face the howling winds of challenges. They bend the law, trying to make us silent. They spread fear to make the industry turn away. But they have forgotten one absolute truth. SMNI is not built on the fleeting praise of fearful men. We are built in trust. Whether the recognition echoes loudly in the grand halls or sits silently in the living rooms of millions, our foundation cannot be broken. They can only try to silence us, but they cannot silence the people who know we are still the most trusted and quality news channel of the year. Guiding this unstoppable force is our honorary chairman of SMNI, Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy.
The mandate of SMNI for nation building. It is always for nation building.
He is not merely a leader, he is a celebrated spiritual leader with strong advocacy for peace and nation builder of the year, hailed globally as a humanitarian pastor of the year, and the most influential and powerful man of the decade. Through every storm, he stands as the King of Peace, championing sustainability and pushing for a unified nation when the world needs it most. Let the shadows try to fall, let the establishment tremble. We are the certified most sustainable and reliable news channel. We are the pulse of the nation. We are the shield of the innocent. The truth is our armor, the people our strength. We are SMNI, and our legacy is the truth.
Kapag hindi yan ibinalita ng SMNI, hindi yan totoo.
Sa SMNI lang ako nanonood at nag-aabang ng balita.
Matanda na ako. Isa lang ang pinagkakatiwalaan ko. SMNI.
Hello, Ate Kuya. Ano pong channel ang pinapanood niyo po sa balita?
Ako, siguradong SMNI. Kasi kung sino yung pinagkatiwalaan ng Duterte, doon kami.
Yes! Same! Nakapalo po! Ayan po!
Wow. 5, 2026, it passed the following House bills in which it requests the concurrence of the Senate. House Bill number 8466, an act instituting the National Land Use Policy, providing the implementing mechanisms, creating for the purpose the National Land Use Commission, and appropriating funds therefore.
Referred to the Committees on Sustainable Development, Goals, Innovation, Futures Thinking, and Finance.
8647, an act strengthening and expanding the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program, amending Republic Act number 11310, otherwise known as the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program Act.
Referred to the Committees on Social Justice, Welfare, and Rural Development, and Finance.
7704, an act expanding the prohibited acts of discrimination against women on account of sex, amending for the purpose PD number 442, otherwise known as the Labor Code of the Philippines as amended.
Referred to the Committees on Labor, Employment, Human Resources, Development, Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality.
8461, an act granting the Katikbak Enterprise, San Pablo City Incorporated, a franchise to construct, install, establish, operate, and maintain radio and television stations in the Philippines.
Referred to the Committee on Public Services.
755, an act establishing a district office of the Land Transportation Office in the city of Sagay, Negros Occidental. 2623, converting the Extension Office of the Land Transportation Office in Zamboanga City, Special Economic Zone, and Freeport into a district office and appropriating funds therefore. 3279, establishing a regular district office of the Land Transportation Office in the municipality of Viga, province of Catanduanes, and appropriating funds therefore. 4477, establishing the LTO office in the municipality of Taytay, province of Palawan, and appropriating funds therefore. 8609, upgrading the LTO district office in the city of Batac, province of Ilocos Norte from Class D to Class C and appropriating funds therefore. 8610, expanding the registration and issuance of licenses in the Pasig District Office of the LTO and appropriating funds therefore. 8611, upgrading the District Office of the Land of the LTO in the municipality of Naval, province of Biliran from Class D to Class B and appropriating funds therefore.
Referred to the Committees on Public Services and Finance.
1866, establishing the Camarines Norte First District Engineering Office of DPWH in the municipality of Labo, province of Camarines Norte, renaming the existing district engineering office in the municipality of Daet as the Camarines Norte Second District Engineering Office and appropriating funds therefore. 2206, creating a district engineering office in the 6th Legislative District of the province of Batangas and appropriating funds therefore. 3535, creating a district engineering office in the 6th Legislative District of the province of Isabela and appropriating funds therefore.
Referred to the Committees on Public Works and Finance.
8497, naming the entire stretch of the Santander Barili Toledo National Road traversing barangays San Sebastian, Colase, Dalahican, Tangbo, Bonbon, Poblacion, and Suba in the municipality of Samboan through barangays Mantalongon, Tubod, Dakit, Kalubihan, Patupat, Azucena, Santa Ana, Poblacion, and Maghanoy, Kingbuangan, Sayao, Minolos, and Giwanon in the municipality of Barili, province of Cebu as the Pablo P. Garcia Highway. 8498, naming the diversion road commencing at the Ormoc Baybay Southern Leyte Boundary Road in Barangay Bantigue and traversing Barangay Sumanga, Patag, Donghol, Biliboy, and San Pablo up to the diversion junction at the Palo Carigara Ormoc Road in the city of Ormoc, province of Leyte as the Mayor Vicente G. Torres Sr. Avenue. 8499, naming the road from Barangay West Junction of Hermosilla Drive through Barangay North Rizal Extension Road up to Barangay Donghol, Donghol Lake Imelda Road, which is also referred to by the Department of Public Works and Highways as the Ormoc Lake Imelda National Tertiary Road in the city of Ormoc, province of Leyte as the Judge Benjamin Pongo Sr. Avenue.
Referred to the Committee on Public Works.
8496, renaming the Tawi-Tawi Regional Agricultural College as the Tawi-Tawi State College, expanding its curricular offerings and strengthening its governing board.
Referred to the Committee on Higher Technical and Vocational Education.
8577, converting the Balikcuatro College of Arts and Trades in the municipality of Allen, province of Northern Samar, into a polytechnic institution to be known as the Northern Samar Polytechnic Institute and appropriating funds therefore. 8578, establishing a polytechnic institution in the municipality of Mutyong, province of Samar, to be known as the Mutyong Polytechnic Institute and appropriating funds therefore. 8579, converting the Cagayan de Oro School of Arts and Trades in the city of Cagayan de Oro into a polytechnic institution to be known as the Cagayan de Oro Polytechnic Institute and appropriating funds therefore. 8580, converting the Northern Mindanao School of Fisheries in the municipality of Buenavista, province of Agusan del Norte, into a polytechnic institution to be known as the Northern Mindanao Polytech Institute and appropriating funds therefore. 8581, an act establishing a polytechnic institution in the municipality of Pulangi, province of Albay, to be known as the Pulangi Polytechnic Institute and appropriating funds therefore. 8582, converting the Dipolog School of Fisheries in the city of Dipolog, province of Zamboanga del Norte, into a polytechnic institution to be known as the Zamboanga del Norte Polytechnic Institute of Fisheries and appropriating funds therefore. 8583, converting the Agusan del Sur School of Arts and Trades in the municipality of Prosperidad, province of Agusan del Sur, into a polytechnic institution to be known as the Agusan del Sur Polytechnic Institute and appropriating funds therefore. 8584, converting the Sorsogon National Agricultural School in the municipality of Castilla, province of Sorsogon, into a polytechnic institution to be known as the Sorsogon Polytechnic Institute and appropriating funds therefore. 8612, establishing a polytechnic institution in the municipality of Santa Maria, province of Bulacan, to be known as the Santa Maria Polytechnic Institute and appropriating funds therefore.
Referred to the Committees on Higher Technical and Vocational Education and Finance.
8626, establishing a College of Medicine in the Eastern Samar State University in the city of Borongan, province of Eastern Samar, and appropriating funds therefore. 8627, converting the South Cotabato State College in the municipality of Sorala, province of South Cotabato, into a state university to be known as the South Cotabato State Universities and appropriating funds therefore.
Referred to the Committees on Higher Technical and Vocational Education, Ways and Means, and Finance.
839, an act declaring Can Umantad Falls located in Barangay Kadapdapan, Municipality of Kandihay, Province of Bohol, an ecotourism site. 842, declaring Kankoka Hills located in Barangay Kambane, Municipality of Kandihay, Province of Bohol, an ecotourism destination. 901, declaring Mabanog Falls located in Barangay Darapuay, Municipality of Bansalan, Province of Davao del Sur, an ecotourism site. And 1005, declaring the Congressman Edelmiro A. Amante Sr. Mapaso Resort and Adventure Nature Park located in the municipality of Santiago, province of Agusan del Sur, an ecotourism zone.
Referred to the Committees on Tourism, Environment, Natural Resources, and Climate Change and Finance.
1663, establishing the Battle of the Sibuyan Sea Memorial Shrine in the municipality of Kahidjokan, province of Romblon, and declaring it a tourism destination.
Referred to the Committees on Tourism and Finance.
1664, declaring the Binukot Beach area located in Barangay Bunsuran, Municipality of Ferrol, Province of Romblon, an ecotourism destination.
Referred to the Committees on Tourism, Environment and Natural Resources, and Climate Change and Finance.
1665, declaring the Kolong Beach located in the municipality of Corcuera, province of Romblon, a tourism destination. And 1666, declaring the municipality of San Jose, popularly known as Isla de Carabao, province of Romblon, a tourism destination.
Referred to the Committees on Tourism and Finance.
1667, declaring the Looc Bay area located in the municipality of Looc, province of Romblon, an ecotourism destination.
Referred to the Committees on Tourism, Environment, Natural Resources, and Climate Change and Finance.
1668, declaring the Payayasog Beach located in Barangay Mangansagag, Municipality of Corcuera, Province of Romblon, a tourism destination. 1669, declaring the ruins of Cota de San Jose located in the Municipality of Corcuera, Province of Romblon, a tourism site. 1672, declaring the Siki It Elepante Rock Formation located in the coast of Barangay Labnig, Municipality of Corcuera, Province of Romblon, a tourism site.
Referred to the Committees on Tourism and Finance.
2928, declaring the Municipality of San Fernando, Province of Romblon, a tourism development area. 8562, declaring the Municipality of Columbio, Province of Sultan Kudarat as tourism development area. 8563, declaring Bangal Caves located in the Municipality of Ragay, Province of Camarines Sur as ecotourism destination.
Referred to the Committees on Tourism, Environment, Natural Resources, and Climate Change and Finance.
8564, declaring Barangay Managa in Sitio Balutakay, Municipality of Bansalan, Province of Davao del Sur, as a farm tourism destination.
Referred to the Committees on Tourism and Finance.
8565, declaring the Pasig Islet located in Barangay Bato, Municipality of Santa Cruz, Province of Davao del Sur as an ecotourism site. 8566, declaring Barangay Kapatagan in the City of Digos, Province of Davao del Sur as tourism destination. 8568, declaring the Bakhawan Eco Park located in Barangay New Buswang, Municipality of Calibo, Province of Aklan as an ecotourism zone.
Referred to the Committees on Tourism, Environment, Natural Resources, and Climate Change and Finance.
8569, declaring the immediate environs of the National Shrine of Padre Pio, commonly known as Padre Pio Shrine, located in Barangay San Pedro, City of Santo Tomas, Province of Batangas, as a tourism destination. 8570, declaring the municipality of Barlic in Mountain Province as a tourism development area.
Referred to the Committees on Tourism and Finance.
8571, declaring the Palani Beach located in the municipality of Balod, Province of Masbate as an ecotourism destination. 8572, declaring the Bien Unido Double Barrier Reef and its immediate underwater environs of Bien Unido, Province of Bohol as a tourism destination. 8573, declaring Ulot River in the municipality of Paranas, Province of Samar, an ecotourism destination. 8574, declaring Sitio Pulacan of San Fernando Barangay, City of Talisay, Negros Occidental as an ecotourism zone. 8575, declaring the Agusan Marsh located in the municipalities of Talocogon, San Francisco, Rosario, Bunawan, Loreto, La Paz, and Veruela, all in the province of Agusan del Sur as an ecotourism zone.
Referred to the Committees on Tourism, Environment, Natural Resources, and Climate Change, and Finance.
8621, upgrading the Kalinga Provincial Hospital in the city of Tabo, province of Kalinga into a Level 3 regional hospital to be known as the Northern Cordillera Regional Medical Center and appropriating funds therefore. 8622, establishing in the city of Valencia, province of Bukidnon, a multi-specialty hospital and research center to be known as the Bukidnon Farmers Research and Medical Center and appropriating funds therefore. And 8623, renaming the Jose B. Lingad Memorial General Hospital in the city of San Fernando, province of Pampanga, to Jose B. Lingad Medical Center, increasing its bed capacity from 1,000 to 1,500 beds, upgrading its professional healthcare services and facilities, authorizing the increase of its medical personnel and appropriating funds, therefore repealing for the purpose RA number 11359.
Referred to the Committees on Health and Demography and Finance.
8457, granting a legislative franchise to Cagayan 1 Electric Cooperative to construct, install, establish, operate, own, manage, and maintain a distribution system for the conveyance of electric power to the end users in the city of Tuguegarao and municipalities of Peña Blanca, Enriles, Solana, Amulong, Piat, Santo Niño, Tuwao, Rizal, Igig, Alcala, and Bagao, province of Cagayan. 8458, granting a legislative franchise to Isabela 1 Electric Cooperative to construct, install, establish, operate, own, manage, and maintain a distribution system for the conveyance of electric power to the end users in the cities of Kawayan, City of Santiago, municipalities of Angandanan, San Guillermo, Ramon, San Mateo, San Isidro, Alicia, Etchague, Cordon, Jones, San Agustin, Cabanatuan, Cabatuan, Luna, and Reyna Mercedes, province of Isabela. 8459, granting a legislative franchise to First Candaduanes Electric Cooperative to construct, install, establish, operate, own, manage, and maintain a distribution system for the conveyance of electric power to the end users in the municipalities of Bagamanok, Baras, Bato, Karamoran, Kigmoto, Pandan, Panganiban, San Andres, San Miguel, Viga, and Verac, Catanduanes. And 8460, an act granting a legislative franchise to Occidental Mindoro Electric Cooperative to construct, install, establish, operate, own, manage, and maintain a distribution system for the conveyance of electric power to the end users of Magsaysay, San Jose, Rizal, Calintaan, Sablayan, Santa Cruz, Mamburao, Abra de Ilog, Paluan, province of Occidental Mindoro.
Referred to the Committee on Public Services.
Madam President, if I may.
Majority Leader.
Thank you. Madam President, before we proceed, may I just be allowed to recognize some guests from the gallery? Guests of Senator Ligarda, Regional Director John Montero of BJMP Region 6, and Mr. Sergio Dava Jr. of the Provincial Government of Antique. Also, guest of this representation is Kasim Mirza from the University of Santo Tomas. We welcome all of them in this August chamber.
We welcome you to the Senate.
Madam President, having closed the period of interpellation, may I be allowed to respectfully move that we resume consideration of Senate Bill number 1511 under Committee Report number 15. This is the bill strengthening the protection of parents against hospital detention. I so move, Madam President.
Which bill is that? Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved and consideration of the said measure is now in order. Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam President. At this juncture, I move to open the period of individual amendments and with the consent of the body, may we recognize, Madam President, Senator Risa Ontiveros and to propose, not proposing na. Oh, the chair, the sponsor of the measure, Senator Risa Ontiveros, to propose amendments, Madam President. I so move.
We recognize Senator Risa Ontiveros for the period. Is this committee amendments?
This is individual amendments, Madam President.
Individual amendments?
Yes.
But Senator Ontiveros is a sponsor.
Yes, Madam President.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, I thank Senators Sherwin Gatchalian, Joel Villanueva, and Robin Padilla for their proposed amendments, enhancing the provisions of Senate Bill 1511, or the Enhanced Anti-Hospital Detention Act. Page 1 amendment from Senator Gatchalian. On page 1, line 12, after the conjunction or, delete the word carers and replace with the word caregivers. I so move, Madam President.
No objections? It's adopted.
Thank you, Madam President. Page 2 amendment.
I
Yes,
see
Madam
Senator Pia
The lady
Cayetano.
from Taguig and Patera, Senator Pia Cayetano, seeking the floor. May I move that she be recognized, Madam
We
President?
recognize Senator Pia Cayetano.
Thank you, Mr. President, Madam President. Her Honor will recall that this representation waived our right to interpolate on the condition that we would be allowed to ask clarificatory questions during the period of the amendments. Does Her Honor recall?
Yes, Madam President.
Yeah. So what I'll do, Mr. President, is I'll just make a prefatory statement now because my amendment is actually in this line now, in line 13. So if with the permission of the sponsor, may I proceed?
Yes, Madam President, by all means.
Just to be clear about it, the amendment was accepted.
Yes,
and-
I'm on the next. I'm on to
And
the
we are
next.
on to the next, and we recognize Senator Pia.
Thank you, Mr. President. So I'd like to put on record that this bill that Her Honor is sponsoring is an amendment to the bill that I sponsored and that became law over a decade ago. I don't even remember the year. Do we remember the year? I just want to put it on record kung gaano katagal na yon and how we appreciate that Her Honor is chairman of the Committee on Health at the time that she was handling this. 2007, so 19 years ago na. It honestly feels like maybe 6 years ago, but it's 19 years ago. So it is high time, and I thank the sponsor for taking the time to revisit this law. Even after we passed it, we received many reports on how the situation of yung detention of patients has improved, but then we would still continue to have to intervene many times because this situation still kept coming up. So this representation is thankful that we have the opportunity to strengthen this law even further. And so, as I mentioned, I requested for the opportunity to ask clarificatory questions, and in the interest of time and ease of to make it easier to make for everyone to engage to contribute to the amendments, I will also make my observations and clarificatory questions, which is necessary for the amendments I'm going to make in a timely manner. So on that note, Madam President, my amendment is still on page 1, and that is why I stood up now. It is on line 13. So I will read the provision for everyone's understanding. And of course, if we have, we don't really need it naman. It's not a complicated line, but I just want to explain the nature of my amendment. So the existing provision with the amendment of Senator Gatchalian reads, it shall also be unlawful to detain the relatives, representatives, or caregivers of such patients, as well as the newborn child in the case of maternity patients. So that is where my question is. On line 13, there is reference to the newborn child. What I'd like to point out, Madam President, is that does Her Honor think there is a need to indicate and to insert the proper descriptive lines whether the newborn child is fully or partially recovered or may have died? Because this is a phrase that is found in the previous paragraph with reference to a patient, and I read, this is the existing provision. The detention of patients who have fully or partially recovered or have been adequately attended to or may have died. So may clarification na gano'n na yung status ng patient, whether nag-recover siya partially or fully or namatay, covered siya. So I'm also asking now, should we make that same clarification for the newborn? Kasi po, yung nakita kong mga cases, ilalaban pa talaga ng ospital, patay na. Hindi naman sinabi sa batas yun na patay na. Buhay pa. So this representation feels it won't hurt to add those lines. We submit,
Madam President, I do agree with the gentlewoman from Taguigan Pateros that it would not hurt to include that qualification if she so desires.
Okay. Then we will make the amendment, Madam President. I can get back to Her Honor. It's a very simple line naman, so let me just propose it. We can proceed so we don't delay, and then I'll get back to this line.
Yes,
Simple
Madam
lang naman.
President.
It will
I'll
be,
ask my Legi staff as well to formulate
yes, of course.
this.
I would just like to clarify, before this, we accepted the amendment, and this will be another sentence, the next sentence. May you just please read it, and then we say subject to style, or depending on the consultation with the sponsor.
Yes. Well, more or less subject to style, it would be newborn child who has fully or partially recovered or who has been adequately attended to or who may have died. Similar to the above provision. We submit, Madam President, subject to style.
If the sponsor so agrees, then the amendment you're supposed to accept it if you would agree.
Just to add,
Unless
Madam
there's any
President, to
objection.
my earlier acceptance, although this second paragraph of Section 1 is originally supposed to refer to that nefarious practice of palit ulo, but as I mentioned, it would not hurt if the gentlewoman so desires to add that qualification of whether having fully or partially recovered and having been adequately attended to or may have died to the phrase newborn child, Madam President.
It is therefore accepted by the sponsor.
It is accepted, Madam
Subject to
President. I just
style.
made of record that the original focus of this paragraph was that palit ulo practice.
That is
But just to be clear, the focus doesn't change. This amendment in fact strengthens that whether buhay po or patay na po, covered, hindi nila pwedeng, it strengthens the right
That
of
is understood.
the mother to
Yes.
to be able to bring home her child.
Yes, Madam
Yes.
President.
And we recognize the minority leader, Senator Soto.
I will concur with the subject to style, but just as a reminder, editorial amendment, I don't think there is a use for the Article 2 between us and thee.
Yeah, that's what. Yes, we noted that, Madam President. I would have included that. My staff was already pointing it out to me, but since I said subject to style, di ko na po sinama. But thank you, Mr. Minority Floor Leader, dahil yun din po ang nakita natin. Thank you for that.
We thank the minority leader for that. We proceed, Madam Sponsor.
Yeah, yes, Madam President. Thank you. On moving now to page 2 amendments. First from Senator Gatchalian. On page 2, line 12.
Madam President,
Yes,
I have
Madam
an
President.
anterior amendment. Mine, Madam President, is on line 6. And so actually, there may be no need for an amendment. It's just to clarify the intention here so that again, when this when these amendments become law, we make it very clear what the legislative intent is. So I'd like to read this into the record so that our colleagues who are following along with us can follow the discussion. No? This paragraph is about the patient who expresses a desire to be admitted to a non-private room and yet naipasok siya sa private room. So, explain ko lang po ang concern ko. No? So, I'll read that paragraph first. The amendment of the sponsor states, patients who stayed in private rooms shall not be covered by this act. So, ibig sabihin, hindi ka pwede mag-avail ng itong anti-detention kung nasa private room ka. Unless the said patient, notwithstanding one's expressed desire to be admitted to a non-private room, was admitted to a private room for the following reasons. A, no non-private room is available in the hospital, medical city, etc. B, the physician or other medical professionals of the hospital, medical clinic, or other facility deemed it to be in the best interest of the patient to be admitted. So the observation and the legislative intent that I want to put on record is on letter B, na kaya naipasok sa private room ang pasyente dahil yung doktor niya or other professional, medical professional of the hospital or health center deemed it in the best interest of the patient to be admitted. Yun ho ang intention, tama ba, Madam Sponsor?
That's right, Madam President.
Okay. And so, what this representation would like to emphasize now is that the legislative intent for the physicians overriding the desire, the expressed desire of the patient to be put in a non-private room is only for purpose of showing that in this case, that patient will be allowed to avail of the non-detention of this law. They can avail of this law. In other words, we are not liberalizing or changing the rule that the patient's desires will always govern. A doctor, medical professional cannot override a patient's desire in other cases. Limited to dito sa topic ng non-hospital detention. Tama ho ba, Madam Sponsor?
Yes, Madam President, one bill, one topic.
Yes. So yun lang naman, again, to put it there, because minsan nako-quote yung bill, alam nyo naman, nako-quote, tapos hindi naman yan yung intention natin dito. So nagkakasundo po tayo ng sponsor. Yun lang po. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
What is the next amendment of Senator Pia?
Just for my clarification.
Yes, we recognize the minority leader.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Just for my clarification. So kapag ikaw ay nasa in a private room, you know, you're in a private room, the law does not apply to you? This law does not apply to you? Is that it?
That is right, Madam President. So
kung nasa non-private room ka, ano babayaran mo ron? Di ba wala ka naman talagang babayaran doon? Sa private room kami babayaran eh.
It's actually the
So
case.
why are we
Sorry.
exempting
Minority Leader.
them?
It's actually the case po, Madam President, good Minority Leader, that even patients po na na-admit halimbawa sa mga ward, sa mga basic accommodation, kahit sila po ay nag-a-accrue po ng out-of-pocket expenses.
Yes, I agree.
Madam
So kaya hindi pa pwede this law is very important for them. Gusto nga natin to, and it's a variation of the original law by Senator Pia Cayetano. But then again, ang understanding ko in the language is kapag ikaw ay sa private room, they can detain you pag hindi ka makabayad.
The intent, Madam President, is that in the contexts and under the conditions specified in this bill at dinagdagan po natin from the original law, may recourse po yung pasyente under this law. It is not to say na kung iba pa po ang circumstansya niya, wala na siyang ibang remedies under the law, but it may be other laws. Ito po specific to those.
What recourse kaya would that be? For example, we have a patient in a private room, may cirrhosis of the liver, and then sabi ng mga doktor, wala na pag-asa ito. Iuwi nyo na lang. Hindi maiuwi, walang pambayad. Hindi papayagan ng ospital. They do not fall in the category of this law. Or this bill, I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, Madam President, in the case of that patient, yung medical decision po ng attending physician niya ang magpe-prevail.
Well,
The answer, if Her Honor will allow.
Certainly, Madam
Yeah,
President.
at
May the
least, at least,
sponsor, yes.
thank you. At
Senator
least
Pia.
during the time that we sponsored the original bill, iba lang yung requirements ng private hospital. They have the liberty to, nagpapauwi naman yan sila, and we really don't support any detention under any condition. But because they chose a private room, minsan ang mahal din talaga ng rooms na pinipili nila, may iba silang kondisyon. So they may be requiring promissory note, guarantor, ang daming requirements bago nila palabasin. In this case, very specific yung rule na no detention, and then later on in other provision, there are also requirements pa rin to produce something, but that is what the law is dictating. Hanggang dito lang ang pwede nyong i-require. Pag private na, then the hospitals can make other requirements, Mr. President, to secure the payment that payment for the services that were rendered, Mr. President. Yun yung naalala po natin dun sa bill when we worked on it before. Thank you.
Additionally,
I hope
Madam
it
President,
clarifies.
po maiiwasan yung sitwasyon na binababalaan ni Minority Leader dahil kahit sa mga private hospitals, by law, kailangan nilang i-provide 10% ng mga kwarto nila under ward or basic accommodations terms to the patients, Madam President.
well, just for the record, so that when this bill becomes law, the or not resolution, but the explanation of the sponsors, I'll place on record. So just in case it is questioned on this particular issue.
And the
I
point
just
of the
wanted to
Minority
place that
Leader
on
is the
record.
protection on the part of those availing
Yes,
of
so
the
those who cannot pay. Anyway,
cannot pay, but in a private room.
We just
Yes.
wanted to place it on record. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Senator
Minority
Soto.
Leader, Madam President.
Senator
To-
Cayetano is finished with her
We're on page
amendments.
2
Yeah,
amendments,
we're
Madam
just
President.
following the sequence, so I have
Okay.
more when Her Honor
Yes.
gets to the page and number that I'm at. Thank you.
Thank you. We recognize Senator Erwin Tulfo.
If the lady sponsor would allow it, Madam President, I just
Yes, Madam
want-
President.
Gusto ko lamang po kasing linawin, nabanggit po kasi kanina na may mga pasyente pong sila po kasi ang namimili na ilagay sila sa pribadong kwarto. Sa amin pong public service, sa aking pong tanggapan, kadalasan po na ini-interview po namin ay bakit ka pumasok sa private room gayong wala ka naman palang kakayahan na magbayad. Ang sagot po lagi sa amin, Madam President, good lady sponsor, ay emergency po. Puno po lagi ang mga ward, ang mga free ward. Kaya napipilitan pong silang sinasabi sa ospital na kung maaari ilagay ang kanilang pasyente sa private ward, sa private room. Minsan po alam nila na napakamahal po ito pero gusto lang po siguro nilang mailigtas ang kanilang mahal sa buhay. Kaya po, kasi ang sinasabi kadalasan ng ospital, ala po kaming kwarto, ala po kaming higaan para sa inyo. Kailangan po ninyong ilipat ang inyong pasyente. Dito po nagkakaproblema. Kaya napipilitan po ang isang mahirap na pasyente na kababayan natin na sabihin na lamang okay na po sa free ward, ay sa paying po kami, magbabayad naman po kami. Gayong alam po nila na wala po silang kakayahan na magbayad. Ito po ang isa sa mga kadalasang suliranin ng mga kababayan natin, Madam President, good lady sponsor. Kaya po, hindi naman sa kagustuhan nilang mailagay sa private room, kundi dahil sa ika nga, kailangan na pong matugunan, makita ng doktor ang pasyente. Otherwise, ang option lamang po nila ay ilipat sa ibang ospital. Kalimitan po sa mga lalawigan, kailangan ilipat pa sa isusunod na bayan o sa lungsod ang pasyente para lamang po matugunan. Paano po, Madam President, good lady sponsor, kung ang sakit po ay appendicitis at kailangan na pong operahan, ililipat pa po ba? Kaya no choice po sila. Siguro po, can we put this on record, Madam President, good lady sponsor, na sometimes po, hindi po nila kagustuhan na ilagay po ang kanilang pasyente sa ospital. Yun sa private room, Madam President, good lady sponsor. Yun lamang po.
Thank you, Senator Erwin Tulfo.
Salamat.
Take note of that, and
Yes.
at least if there are problems in the future in interpretation of this law, the comments will be able to enlighten the poor patients who may be booked in a private room. Thank you.
Salamat, Madam President. And even now, salamat sa good gentleman mula sa Palawan. Yung pag-exempt sa exemption ng coverage nitong law sa ganong mga pasyente na inilarawan ng good gentleman ay nandun na rin po sa page 2, line 8, letter A, na kaya sila na ipasok sa private room. May dahilan na no non-private room in the hospital, medical clinic, or any other similar facility was available. Or ganun yung impormasyon na ibinigay sa kanila. And the patient was compelled to be admitted thereto due to the urgency of the case. Pero nagpapasalamat pa rin ako sa good gentleman. Yung dagdag na paliwanag nila sa ganitong sitwasyon ay on the record na rin po para sa mga situations in the future tulad ng sinabi ni Madam President na kailangan pang lalong ipaliwanag. Salamat, Madam President.
Thank you. We recognize Senator Pia Cayetano.
It's just an added commentary. Earlier when I said that we thank the sponsor for taking up this amendment to the existing law. Kasi nga, these are the kind of examples that are brought to our attention. Whether it's kay Senator Tulfo sa atin, and I'm sure sa tanggapan din ng ating sponsor. So, kaya nasama na nga. Yung sinasabing sitwasyon ni Senator Tulfo, nandyan na sa letter A. And I read it into the record earlier. So, we thank the sponsor na in-include na talaga yan. Kasi it's a very common complaint that we receive. Thank you.
Thank you.
Salamat, Madam President. Moving on to, page 2 amendments from Senator Gatchalian. On page 2, line 12, after the second article, insert the word attending. And after the word other, insert the word competent. I so move, Madam President.
No objections? Hearing none. The amendment is adopted.
Thank you, Madam President. Still from Senator Gatchalian, on page 2, line 18. After the word circumstances, insert a colon and the phrase, provided that the medical justification shall be in writing and signed by the attending physician or other competent medical professional. I so move.
No objections. Hearing none, it is adopted.
Thank you, Madam President. From this representation and Senator Gatchalian, still on page 2, between lines 18 and 19, insert the following paragraph. For purposes of this act, detention refers to any act of restraining a person from leaving the hospital, clinic, or similar facility on grounds of non-payment, in part or in full, of hospital bills, medical expenses, or professional fees. It includes the refusal to A, physically discharge or to issue documents necessary for discharge, interment, or benefit claims. B, remove medical devices when removal is medically appropriate. Or C, release a cadaver of a deceased patient to the surviving relatives. I so move, Madam President.
No objections. Hearing none, it is adopted.
Thank you, Madam
We
President.
recognize Senator Pia Cayetano.
Yes, Madam President.
I actually defer to the wishes of the sponsor. I'd just like to point out that in the definition of detention, and I don't have a copy, so this is just from what I heard, Her Honor made reference to the detention of the patient. But when we defined earlier, in the earlier provisions, we referred to the caregiver and the newborn. So does Her Honor think it might be better that we also mention them, the patient, the caregiver, and the newborn, for consistency, Madam President?
I would be accepting of that, Madam President.
And is there an amendment?
Subject to style, Madam President.
The addition of those.
Yeah, the amendment would be after the word patients, the caregivers, or the newborn. We submit.
May we hear the whole sentence from the sponsor?
As I understand it from the...
Sorry.
Madam President.
The complete reference in the earlier paragraphs also make note of relatives and representatives in addition to caregivers. So
I can write down the complete line if Her Honor wishes, or we can just add it.
The intention is not to limit it.
The
to
intention is not to limit it to patient,
the
but to
patient.
include everyone else that was
Yes.
mentioned earlier, that if they cannot detain those persons.
the caregiver and
The newborn
relatives
baby.
and or representatives.
Yes.
That is the intention.
So we'll include that same enumeration in this provision. I don't have a copy. I'm sorry. So I can't make reference to which line because I don't have a copy of the amendment.
Yes. Again, Madam President, I accept subject to style.
Thank you, Senator Cayetano. Thank you, Madam Sponsor.
Thank you, Madam President. And just for the record, Madam President, the proposed amendments clarify and strengthen the definition of detention by expanding coverage beyond physical restraint to include indirect or administrative acts that prevent or delay lawful discharge or release. The revisions also broaden the scope of covered facilities expressly, and here this speaks to the concern of the gentle lady from Taguig and Pateros, expressly include caregivers and deceased patients and clarify prohibited acts such as withholding discharge documents, delaying cadaver release, or refusing medically authorized device removal. These changes close interpretative loopholes, align the definition with actual detention practices, such as palit-ulo, and strengthen patient protection consistent with the intention of RA 9439. Moving on, Madam President, from...
Sorry.
Yes, Madam
Yeah.
President.
Again, this issue is so close to my heart, so I'm just randomly thinking of other situations. Did Her Honor, or for that matter, any of our colleagues, come across situations where yung gamit nung pasyente hindi nire-release? Kasi tinatanong ko yung staff ko ngayon, parang meron ding ganon. So baka we should consider that even the belongings, because it could, imagine now that people bring their laptop, yung mga long staying doon, baka may dala pang, di naman refrigerator, pero baka may dalang, pwede may nagpapasok ng refrigerator now that I remember. So would Her Honor consider that, na they cannot also hold
Personal belongings.
the belongings, yeah.
Certainly, Madam President, lalo na kung personal belongings naman talaga yun ng pasyente or pamilya or carer niya, dinala nila for the confinement, certainly they should not be, kumbaga, withheld from them kapag uuwi na, Madam President.
So actually, sabi nga po ng staff ko, medyo maraming report na kinukuha yung cellphone. So I will draft an amendment and then balikan na lang po natin. I will submit the language in a while.
Yes, thank you for that.
We take note of that. Thank
gentleman.
you.
Thank you, Madam President. Oh, yes, Madam
We
President.
recognize Senator Erwin Tulfo, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Good lady sponsor. Nais ko lang pong idagdag sana kung wala pa po dito ay nabanggit po kasi ng ni Senadora Pia na yung mga laptop at cellphone. May mga nangyari na rin po na kukunin na lamang po ng tatay o ng asawa yung pasyente sa ospital at wala pong pambayad, pinapaiwan po yung kanyang hanap buhay. Tricycle o jeepney, minsan po ay wala pong mga cellphone. Ang pinapaiwan po ay tinatanong, may traktor ka ba? Hand traktor. No choice po kundi gagawin po ng pasyente, ng asawa o ng tatay, iiwan po ang kanyang pangkabuhayan. Jeepney, tricycle driver, tricycle, traktor, hand tractor, Madam President, good lady sponsor. So just in case kung wala pa po, baka pwede isama na ho natin. Wag naman na hanap buhay po yun May lalabas niya nga po yung kanyang anak, asawa, subalit yung kanyang pangkabuhayan naman po ay mawawala. Thank you, Madam President.
What is the amendment of Senator Tulfo then?
Gusto ko po sanang maisama po ito
How
kung
do we phrase it?
kung isama na rin po doon sa amendment
Livelihood?
po. Opo, na kay Senadora Pia, yung livelihood. Wag naman pong alisin yung livelihood, Madam President.
And so we would include personal belongings and livelihood? Is that what the sponsor would agree to?
Again, Madam President, probably subject to style, but I fully recognize the not just concern but real situations na inilalarawan ng good gentleman mula sa Palawan, kaugnay nung dati ring mga or kasalukuyang practices na pinapipirma ng promissory note at kailangan may collateral. Paano nga po kung walang collateral or maika-collateral yung tao na aabot pa hanggang sa mga kagamitan para maghanap buhay. So this amended law is intended or a mandatory bill is intended to prevent such situations. So I would be open to adding language reflecting the concern raised by the good gentleman.
Thank you.
Madam President,
Yes,
if I may.
Majority Leader.
Madam
Yes.
President, we have been talking about the proposed amendment of the distinguished gentleman from Palawan, and right now, Senator Pia and our minority leader are coordinating with each other with the right word that will be introduced later on. So we would like to put that into the records. Madam President, if I may I just move for a minute suspension?
Session suspended.
In a world that craves the light of truth, One Network stands as an immovable beacon. For years, the world recognized our unyielding spirit, crowning us the most credible media company of the year. We crossed oceans to become Asia's most trusted and valued international news team, and stood defiant as the most outstanding independent Philippine media. Now, in the year 2026, we still face the howling winds of challenges. They bend the law, trying to make us silent. They spread fear to make the industry turn away. But they have forgotten one absolute truth. SMNI is not built on the fleeting praise of fearful men. We are built in trust. Whether the recognition echoes loudly in the grand halls or sits silently in the living rooms of millions, our foundation cannot be broken. They can only try to silence us, but they cannot silence the people who know we are still the most trusted and quality news channel of the year. Guiding this unstoppable force is our honorary chairman of SMNI, Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy.
The mandate of SMNI for nation building. It is always for nation building.
He is not merely a leader. He is a celebrated spiritual leader with strong advocacy for peace and nation builder of the year, hailed globally as a humanitarian pastor of the year, and the most influential and powerful man of the decade. Through
House Bill number 6639 under Committee Report number 61. And House Bill number 6644 under Committee Report number 62. These are bills granting Philippine citizenships. I so move, Madam President.
Any objection? Hearing none. Motion is approved.
Madam President, I move that we consider the aforementioned House bills. I so move, Madam President.
Any objection? Hearing none. The motion is approved. Secretary, please read into the record the title of the bills without prejudice to inserting into the record the whole text thereof.
House Bill number 6639, an act granting Philippine citizenship to Benny Francois Boatwright III. House Bill number 6644, an act granting Philippine citizenship to Matthew James Ramos.
Madam President, upon the consultation of this representation to the minority leader and with the consent of the body, may I respectfully move to recognize Senator Francis Kiko Pangilinan to deliver an omnibus sponsorship speech. I so move, Madam President.
We recognize Senator Kiko Pangilinan for his sponsorship. Yes, please proceed.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, distinguished Majority Leader, Acting Majority Leader, and to our distinguished colleagues. I rise today with the permission of our colleagues, for an omnibus sponsorship of two committee reports. Committee Report number 61 in consideration of House Bill 6639, granting Philippine citizenship to Benny Francois Boatwright III, and Committee Report number 62 in consideration of House Bill number 6644, granting Philippine citizenship to Matthew James Ramos. These measures correspond to Senate Bill 5095, authored by Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano, Senator Pia Cayetano, and Senator Bongo, granting Philippine citizenship to Benny Boatwright, and Senate Bill number 1613, authored by Senator Bongo, granting Philippine citizenship to Matthew James Ramos. Matthew and Benny are world-class athletes who, despite the many opportunities and paths available to them elsewhere, have chosen to cast their lot with the Filipino people. Pinili nila hindi lang lumaban para sa bandila natin, pinili rin nilang maging bahagi ng ating kwento bilang isang bansa. Matthew James Ramos is a decorated wrestler and a proud son of Filipino Pangasinense Father Chris Crescente Holanday Ramos. Kahit na ipinanganak at pinalaki sa Estados Unidos, pinili ni Matthew na bigyang karangalan ang kanyang mga ninuno, hindi lang sa salita, kung hindi sa sakripisyo, sa paninindigan at serbisyo sa Philippine sports. At the height of a promising wrestling career in the United States, Matthew made the life-changing decision to represent the Philippines in international competitions and help elevate the sport of wrestling in the country. Among his outstanding accomplishments, Matthew was runner-up in the 2023 NCAA Championships and was hailed as Purdue University's 60th All-American. He is a two-time NCAA qualifier and a two-time Big Ten place winner, finishing 7th in 2022 and 3rd in 2023. He became the 2022 U.S. Open champion in the 57-kilogram category and reached the NCAA Championships round of 12 in the 133-pound division that same year. He was also a two-time NWCA, National Wrestling Coaches Association Scholar, All-American, and at a young age, captured the 2018 Cadet World Championship in the 51-kilogram category. He was ranked among the top wrestling recruits in the United States by Flow Wrestling, Intermat, and the Open Mat. Yet, despite these accolades and the many doors open to him in America, Matthew Ramos chose the Philippines. He embraced not only our food, from adobo to dinuguan and to balut. If you are able to eat balut, you are very, very Filipino in that sense. But also the deeper values that define us as a people. Respect for elders through po and opo. The importance of family. During the hearing, I think 6 or 7 or 8 of his family members and his fiancée or his girlfriend was there. And he brought the warmth of the Filipino spirit and of community. Like adobo, which is cooked differently in every region of the country, being Filipino comes in many forms. But whether in cooking, in sports, or in nationhood, what matters most is the heart, ang puso. And for Matthew Ramos, becoming Filipino is already in his heart. He was unable to attend today's sponsorship speech, Mr. President, but he was actually here last week when we were scheduled to sponsor it last week. He had to go back to the United States for a competition, but he is committed to coming back when we pass this measure in plenary. We also recognize Benny Francois Boatwright III, a 27-year-old basketball player from Los Angeles, California, whose talent and leadership have already inspired countless Filipino basketball fans. Benny Francois Boatwright is here with us in the gallery. Standing at 6 feet 10 inches, Benny joined the San Miguel Beermen in December 2023 as the team's import for the PBA Commissioner's Cup. He played a crucial role in leading the Beermen to the championship, delivering 19 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists in the title-clinching Game 6. But beyond his athletic ability, Benny understands something deeply familiar to Filipinos, that basketball is never about one person alone. It is about trust, sacrifice, and teamwork. That spirit mirrors our own Bayanihan tradition, the belief that people achieve greatness when they lift one another up. By embracing the Philippines and choosing to stand with Filipino athletes, Benny Boatwright strengthens not only our basketball program, but also our hopes of excelling on the international stage, defending our Asian Games title, and one day returning to the Olympics. In recognizing the sincere desire of Matthew James Ramos and Benny Francois Boatwright III to become Filipinos, these bills seek to honor not only their achievements as athletes, but also their genuine commitment to our flag, our people, our culture, and our nation. For citizenship is not defined solely by jus soli, meaning right by birthplace, or jus sanguinis, meaning right by blood. As people have moved since the beginning of time, citizenship is also defined by the right by choice. Citizenship is also defined by choosing to carry the Philippine flag with pride and honor before the world. Mabuhay ang pinipili ang Pilipinas, mabuhay ang nagmamahal sa Pilipinas, mabuhay ang Pilipinas. May we request our colleagues, we urge them to support this measure and its immediate passing. Maraming salamat, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Pangilinan. Majority Leader.
Madam President, the gentleman from San Juan, Senator Jinggoy Estrada, would like to deliver his co-sponsorship speech. I move that he be recognized, Madam President.
Senator Jinggoy Estrada is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, distinguished colleagues, I'm honored to co-sponsor the bills granting Filipino citizenship to two remarkable athletes to wit. House Bill number 6639 under Committee Report number 61, entitled An Act Granting Philippine Citizenship to Benny Francois Boatwright III, and House Bill number 6644 under Committee Report number 62, entitled An Act Granting Philippine Citizenship to Matthew James Ramos. The said bills are reported out by the Committee on Justice and Human Rights under the able leadership of its chairperson, Senator Francis Kiko Pangilinan, the best friend of Senator Robin Padilla. Mr. Benny Francois Boatwright III is a 29-year-old professional basketball player born in Los Angeles, California. He stands at 6 feet 10 inches. He has demonstrated an immediate and powerful impact upon joining the San Miguel Beermen in December 2023 for the PBA Commissioner's Cup. His exceptional skill and leadership were instrumental in leading the Beermen to the championship crown, securing the title after tallying 19 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists in the crucial Game 6. This performance quickly earned the admiration of Filipino fans. His naturalization will pave the way for him to play for the national basketball team, Gilas Pilipinas. His bid for naturalization is supported by the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas Executive Director Erica D. and Gilas team manager Alfrancis Chua. Another athlete applying for Philippine citizenship is Mr. Matthew James Ramos, a 25-year-old Filipino-American wrestler born in Naperville, Illinois. Matthew traces his Philippine roots from his father, Crisante Olanday Ramos, a resident of Barangay Poblacion, Basista, Pangasinan. He is the 2022 US Open champion and 2022 NCAA Championship round of 12. Matthew has expressed his earnest intention to become a naturalized Filipino citizen in order to proudly represent the Philippines in international wrestling competitions. His desire to carry the Philippine flag on the global stage reflects not only his personal affinity for his Filipino roots, but also his commitment to contribute to the nation's sports development. Granting Filipino citizenship to Benny Boatwright and James Matthew Ramos serves as a recognition of their dedication, exemplary talent, and earnest desire to represent the Philippines in international competitions. As a staunch advocate of basketball and sports in general, this representation has been continuously supporting measures that will improve the conditions of Filipino athletes and to make them globally competitive dahil sama-sama tayong nangangarap na makita ang Philippine sports, basketball man o wrestling, na umangat sa buong mundo. With this, Madam President, this representation supports the granting of Philippine citizenship to both Benny Francois Boatwright III and Matthew James Ramos. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator Jinggoy Estrada, Majority Leader. Oh, Senator Pia Cayetano will deliver a co-sponsorship speech.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, I rise to co-sponsor House Bill number 6639 under Committee Report number 61, granting Philippine citizenship to Benny Francois Boatwright III, and House Bill number 6644 under Committee Report number 62, granting Philippine citizenship to Matthew James Ramos. For Benny Francois Boatwright, as the primary author of Senate Bill number 1595, the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas, SBP, requested this representation to file this bill as it is a crucial step toward further strengthening our national basketball program. Since joining the San Miguel Beermen in December 2023, Boatwright has proven to be more than just a talented player. His impact and presence on the court was deeply felt by Filipino fans. He has demonstrated that what it truly means to contribute to Philippine sports with excellence, consistency, and a heart that has clearly found a home here. In fact, Boatwright's connection to our people predates his professional career. Growing up, he was surrounded by our community and culture and had many Filipino friends. This natural bond with our heritage is exactly why he has integrated so seamlessly into our local basketball scene. Since first arriving in 2023, Boatwright has consistently chosen to return to the Philippines, not merely as a place of work, but as a community with which he has formed a genuine and lasting bond. His contribution does not end in the PBA. If naturalized, he will play for Gilas, Pilipinas, in the Asian Games, the SEA Games, and in the 2028 Olympic qualifying cycle for the 2028 LA Olympics. Ultimately, Boatwright's value to this nation goes far beyond his performance on the court. His genuine love and affection for our people, our culture, and even our food is something that cannot be coached. For Matthew James Ramos, a 25-year-old Filipino-American elite wrestler who traced his heritage to his father, Crisente Holanday Ramos of Basista, Pangasinan, he intended to become a naturalized citizen to officially represent the Philippines in international combat sports competition, being supported by the Wrestling Association of the Philippines. Ramos holds an exceptional athletic record, highlighted by being crowned the 2018 Cadet World Champion, winning the 2022 US Open Championships, and finishing as the 2023 National Collegiate Athletic Association, NCAA, national runner-up for Purdue University, where he earned All-American honors. Demonstrating a rare balance of athletic and academic rigor, he maintained his standing as a two-time National Wrestling Coaches Association Scholar, All-American, and was recognized as one of the 2024 Outstanding Seniors by Purdue's College of Health and Human Sciences. Crucially, he brings this elite coaching expertise back home, committing to train, mentor, and uplift local Filipino wrestlers. His naturalization promises to elevate the Philippines on the global wrestling stage and serve as a powerful inspiration to the Filipino youth. In closing, Granting citizenship to Boatwright and Ramos, who have both demonstrated excellence and commitment to the Philippines, is a recognition of the value they bring to our collective aspirations. I've always believed that sports is more than just a game. It is a platform. It is a platform for our youth to see what excellence looks like in action. Being an athlete has taught me important life values such as discipline, teamwork, time management, and commitment, all of which I use to this day. These are the same standards we now set forth for Boatwright and Ramos as they prepare to raise the Philippine flag. I ask for your support, my dear colleagues. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator Pia Cayetano. For another co-sponsorship speech, we recognize Senator Bongo.
Mr. President, esteemed colleagues, as one of the authors of the bills in consideration, I rise today to co-sponsor the measures granting Philippine citizenship to Mr. Benny Boatwright III and Mr. Matthew James Ramos. At the outset, allow me to express my full support for these measures and thank the sponsor, Senator Kiko Pangilinan, for prioritizing these measures. The grant of Philippine citizenship through is a power recognized under our Constitution and exercised by Congress in favor of individuals who have shown not only merit and competence, but also a sincere commitment to serve the Filipino nation. Citizenship is more than a legal status. It is a bond of loyalty, responsibility, and shared purpose. In the case of these two athletes, we see individuals who are willing to carry our flag, represent our people, and contribute to the continuing development of Philippine sports. Mr. Benny Boatwright has already made a strong mark in Philippine basketball. Napapanood niyo po siya sa PBA, sa ongoing PBA, no? Kaya lang na eliminated yata sila just last Saturday or Sunday. But anyway, since joining the San Miguel Beermen in 2023 PBA Commissioner's Cup, he has shown exceptional talent, professionalism, and leadership on the court. His contribution helped the team capture the championship, and his performance proved that he can be a valuable addition to the future of Philippine basketball. As a potential naturalized player for Gilas Pilipinas, yun po ang pinaka kulang ngayon natin, no? Since yung mainstay natin sa Gilas Pilipinas na naturalized player na si Justin Brownlee ay hindi na rin po bumabata. Kailangan natin ng batang naturalized player. Mr. Boatwright brings size, skill, discipline, and experience that can strengthen our national team in international competitions. Pareho sila ni Brownlee. May mga 3 points shooting rin po ito. Magaling sa 3 points. His possible inclusion will not only improve our competitiveness, but will also contribute to our long-standing dream of seeing the Philippines stand proudly among the best basketball nations in the world. Lalong-lalo na po ngayon na napanalunan po natin ang first ever gold since 1962. After 63 years tayo nanalo muli sa Asian Games nung 2023 Asian Games. And we are now the defending champion. Paalala ko lang po kay Mr. Boatwright, as you take on this role, I mean, just a reminder to you, you are expected to maintain your health and fitness at all times. Be always fit. Being part of the national team is not just an opportunity, it is a responsibility that calls for dedication, sacrifice, and excellence. Always bear in mind your duty to support and elevate the team, guided by discipline in everything you do, both on and off the field. You must consistently keep yourself in peak condition, prepared to perform and compete at the highest level. Always eat Filipino food. Try to eat bulad also, my favorite. Likewise, we also recognize Mr. Matthew James Ramos, a Filipino-American wrestler whose Filipino roots trace back to Pangasinan through his father. Ito talaga, nanggaling po ito sa Pangasinan at pride natin ito. Mr. Ramos has clearly expressed his desire to become a Filipino citizen and to represent the Philippines in international wrestling competitions. This desire is not only merely symbolic, it reflects his respect for his Filipino heritage, his connection to our people, and his willingness to bring honor to the country through his chosen sport. Napakaganda po yung kanyang naging desisyon na muli na to represent the Philippines. With athletes like Mr. Ramos, we have an opportunity to further develop the sport, which will open more doors for Filipino wrestlers and raise our standing in regional and international tournaments. Mr. President, as chairperson of the Committee on Sport, I believe that our duty is not only to support athletes who already bring honor to the country, but also to strengthen the systems and opportunities that will allow Philippine sports to grow. The naturalization of Mr. Boatwright and Mr. Ramos forms part of this broader effort. It allows us to build stronger national teams, expand our national talent pool, and inspire young Filipinos to dream bigger, train harder, and believe that they too can represent the country with pride and excellence. These measures are not simply about granting citizenship to two deserving individuals. They are also about investing in Philippine sports and recognizing those who are ready to serve and honor the Filipino flag. Thank you po, Mr. President. Thank you po, Madam President.
Thank you very much, Senator Bongo. Majority Leader.
Madam President, to allow our colleagues to further study the measure, I move that we suspend consideration of the aforementioned bills. I so move, Madam President.
Any objection? Hearing none. Motion.
Senator Mig Zubiri, our former Senate President, is seeking the floor. I move that he be recognized, Madam President.
Recognize Senator Mig Zubiri.
Thank you, Madam Tita Ganda of the Senate.
Nice to see you smiling, former
Yes,
Senate
I
President
had
Zubiri.
a lack of sleep yesterday, Madam President. That's why I was not up to speed with what was happening. But anyway, Madam President, I just wanted to raise not an issue. I am fully supportive of these two gentlemen that will be taking hopefully their oath as Filipino citizens. But one of them happens to be a son of a Filipino, Mr. Ramos, the wrestler. And I was talking to my colleagues, or my dear friend Alvin Aguilar is here from the Wrestling NSA. We're together with the NSA. He's for wrestling and I'm for Arnis. And I was saying to Senator Kiko Pangilinan, that he used to be the chairman of the Committee on Justice, that maybe we can make an amendment, or we can have amendments to the dual citizenship law. Kasi kung automatic na dapat kung yung nanay mo o tatay mo ay Pilipino, bakit pang dadaan sa ganitong proseso? Dapat automatic. Under the old law that Senator Frank Drilon passed, apparently there was a timeline, like a cutoff date, that everybody who had who were older and like they're already adults that wanted to be Filipino citizens again, or be dual citizens, there was a cutoff date. I think it's about time we revisit that law, Madam President. To our colleagues that are listening today, whoever will be the chairman of the Committee on Justice, and let us amend it. Let's just make it automatic. Because I was in Japan recently, I met a lot of OFWs who were not able to apply their online or their dual citizenship because of that cutoff date. I think, Madam Chair, it's a time that we revisit the law, and so as long as you can prove that your mother or your father is Filipino, automatic yung pagbigay po ng dual citizenship.
We take
Thank you.
note of that,
Thank you very
and
much.
this representation would be happy to support a bill. I just asked now the Secretariat, there is no amendment to the dual citizenship law. And if they can help us draft a amendment to the dual citizenship, then perhaps Senator Subiri can be one of the principal authors of the measure.
We'll do that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Majority Leader.
Yes, Madam President, may I move again to consider Senate Bill number 1511 under Committee Report number 15, and this is the bill strengthening the protection of patients against hospital detention. So move, Madam President.
Have we, you've moved already for the...
I did, Madam
Yes,
President.
and the motion was approved.
Yes,
Yes.
already approved that
Now
we
we revert
suspend
back
consideration.
and
Yes.
recognize Senator Ontiveros, the sponsor of the measure.
May we recognize again the...
Salamat po, Madam
Recognize
President.
Senator Ontiveros.
Salamat po, Madam President. If I may, Madam President, pending confirmation from the gentlewoman from Taguigan Pateros, if my proposed formulation of the questions she raised and about which she will formulate an amendment is already acceptable to her, may I seek the permission of
Yes.
Madam President to proceed with the amendments of Senator Gatchalian?
Please proceed. We
Thank you.
recognize Senator Pia Cayetano as well.
All right, Madam President.
Yes, Madam President, dear sponsor, on page 2, between line 18 and 19, the amendments which included this representation's amendment to the amendment to include patient, relative, representative, caregiver, and new caregiver is accepted, except that some words are plural and some words are singular. So may Her Honor just choose, will we go with singular or plural? Thank you. So subject
We
to
will
style,
go with
approved,
plural,
subject
Madam
to style.
President, and subject to style, Madam President. So thank you, Madam President.
Senator Cayetano is done with her amendments. Yes.
All right. I will read the whole text, Madam President, as amended. Okay. So if I may proceed, Madam President?
The session suspended.
Yes, Madam President.
Yes, minute suspension.
In a world that craves the light of truth, One Network stands as an immovable beacon. For years, the world recognized our unyielding spirit, crowning us the most credible media company of the year. We crossed oceans to become Asia's most trusted and valued international news team, and stood defiant as the most outstanding independent Philippine media. Now, in the year 2026, we still face the howling winds of challenges. They bend the law, trying to make us silent. They spread fear to make the industry turn away. But they have forgotten one absolute truth. SMNI is not built on the fleeting praise of fearful men. We are built in trust. Whether the recognition echoes loudly in the grand halls or sits silently in the living rooms of millions, our foundation cannot be broken. They can only try to silence us, but they cannot silence the people who know we are still the most trusted and quality news channel of the year. Guiding this unstoppable force is our honorary chairman of SMNI, Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy.
The mandate of SMNI for nation building. It is always for nation building.
He is not merely a leader, he is a celebrated spiritual leader with strong advocacy for peace and nation builder of the year, hailed globally as a humanitarian pastor of the year, and the most influential and powerful man of the decade. Through every storm, he stands as the King of Peace, championing sustainability and pushing for a unified nation when the world needs it most. Let the shadows try to fall, let the establishment tremble. We are the certified most sustainable and reliable news channel. We are the pulse of the nation. We are the shield of the innocent. The truth is our armor, the people our strength. We are SMNI, and our legacy is the truth.
Kapag hindi yan ibinalita ng SMNI, hindi yan totoo.
Sa SMNI lang ako nanonood at nag-aabang ng balita.
Matanda na ako. Isa lang ang pinagkakatiwalaan ko. SMNI.
Hello, ate kuya. Ano pong channel na pinapanood niyo po sa balita?
Ako siguradong SMNI. Kasi kung sino yung pinagkatiwalaan ng Duterte, doon kami.
Yes!
Ikaw,
Nakapalo po! Ayan po! SMNI!
Wow.
Bakit SMNI? SMNI kasi legit. Okay. No fake news, SMNI.
Ngayon po bilang isang OFW at bilang isang Pilipino, in-encourage ko nga yung mga kababayan ko na manood na lang tayo ng SMNI dahil patas ang balita at may puso at malasakit para sa sitwasyon natin sa bansang Pilipinas.
Para sa akin, kung ako sa inyo, tumutok kayo sa SMNI dahil dyan lang po tayo makakaasa ng tapat at totoong balita.
Anong channel po pinapanood niyo sa balita?
SMNI lang po.
SMNI lang, wala nang iba.
Para sa Diyos at sa Pilipinas, nating mahal.
Taon-taon, kwento sa bawat kwento, katotohanan sa bawat katotohanan. Mula pa sa pasimula, malinaw ang aming misyon. Magbigay ng tamang impormasyon, maglantad ng katotohanan, manindigan sa lahat ng oras, lalo na't kinakailangan. Hindi lang minsang kinilala, kundi muli at muli. Sa likod ng bawat pagkilala ay katotohanang naibahagi. Isang tinig na narinig. Isang katotohanang umabot sa bawat Pilipino. Sa kabila ng nagbabagong panahon, sa kabila ng mga pagsubok, nananatili ang aming paninindigan. Ang pundasyon namin ay katotohanan. Ang lakas namin ay tiwala ng mamamayang Pilipino sa loob at labas ng bansa. Maraming salamat po. SMNI, para sa Diyos at sa Pilipinas nating mahal. Taon-taon, kwento sa bawat kwento, katotohanan sa bawat katotohanan. Mula pa sa pasimula, malinaw ang aming misyon. Magbigay ng tamang impormasyon, maglantad ng katotohanan, manindigan sa lahat ng oras, lalo na't kinakailangan. Hindi lang minsang kinilala, kundi muli at muli. Sa likod ng bawat pagkilala ay katotohanang naibahagi. Isang tinig na narinig. Isang katotohanang umabot sa bawat Pilipino. Sa kabila ng nagbabagong panahon, sa kabila ng mga pagsubok, nananatili ang aming paninindigan. Ang pundasyon namin ay katotohanan. Ang lakas namin ay tiwala ng mamamayang Pilipino sa loob at labas ng bansa. Maraming salamat po. SMNI, para sa Diyos at sa Pilipinas nating mahal.
For years, Sunshine Media Network International has remained committed to delivering truth that matters. Anchored on the principles of responsible journalism, the network prioritizes facts, clarity, and information that truly matters to the public. SMNI provides a platform for voices that are often unheard, stories that deserve attention, and issues that demand understanding. Public service and national interest remain at the heart of every broadcast. Through consistent reporting and meaningful programming, SMNI continues to strengthen credibility and build public trust. This commitment to truthful and relevant reporting has not gone unnoticed. Over the years, SMNI has received various awards and recognitions from different institutions and organizations. These honors highlight the network's contributions to public service, broadcasting excellence, and nation-oriented programming. Each recognition stands as a testament to SMNI's dedication to responsible journalism and meaningful storytelling. More importantly, these accolades reflect the confidence and trust placed by the public and partner institutions. Guiding this mission is the vision of the network's honorary chairman, Pastor Apollo C. Kibaloy. His leadership underscores the belief that media can be a powerful force for nation building. Under this vision, SMNI promotes unity, moral values, and responsible citizenship among Filipinos. Programs are designed not only to inform, but also to inspire and empower communities. Because for SMNI, the mission goes beyond broadcasting. It is about contributing to the progress and development of the nation. This commitment to service extends beyond the television screen. Through the SMNI Foundation, the network implements humanitarian and community outreach initiatives across the country. Programs provide assistance to communities, children, and families in need, bringing help where it matters most. SMNI also works hand-in-hand with its partner organizations, including the Sunshine Philippines Movement, the Keepers Club International, and the Children's Joy Foundation Incorporated. Together, these organizations promote volunteerism, compassion, and social responsibility. Their programs demonstrate SMNI's commitment to real public service, turning advocacy into action. SMNI, delivering truth that matters for nation building.
From colon and the following phrase up to the words having not fully recovered.
Yes, that is
Madam
clearly
Chair.
understood.
Sorry,
Madam Chair.
I would just like to see it in writing just because I was conferring with my staff on my amendment on this same item. So I was not able to capture the actual amendment. It might be the same as mine. It might be different. I need time to just look at the actual amendment, Madam President.
It is actually different, Madam President, and it's supposed to be the next amendment that I will read into the record, also from Senator Pia Cayetano. And I will yield the floor if the good gentle lady would prefer to read her amendment, Madam President.
So I understand my amendment is different, but I do have a comment on this amendment. If Her Honor can just give me time, a minute suspension, please.
All right. Yes,
Session
Madam
suspended.
President.
Taon-taon, kwento sa bawat kwento. Katotohanan sa bawat katotohanan. Mula pa sa pasimula, malinaw ang aming misyon. Magbigay ng tamang impormasyon. Maglantad ng katotohanan. Manindigan. Sa lahat ng oras, lalo na't kinakailangan. Hindi lang minsang kinilala, kundi muli at muli. Sa likod ng bawat pagkilala ay katotohanang naibahagi. Isang tinig na narinig. Isang katotohanang umabot sa bawat Pilipino. Sa kabila ng nagbabagong panahon, sa kabila ng mga pagsubok, nananatili ang aming paninindigan. Ang pundasyon namin ay katotohanan. Ang lakas namin ay tiwala ng mamamayang Pilipino sa loob at labas ng bansa. Maraming salamat po. SMNI, para sa Diyos at sa Pilipinas nating mahal.
Recognize once again the sponsor of the measure, Senator Risa Ontiveros.
Ito. Thank you, Madam President. Just to read into the record the earlier discussed and approved amendment of the good gentle lady from Taguigan Pateros, that provision will now read on page 2, between lines 18 and 19, insert the following paragraph. For purposes of this act, detention refers to any act of restraining a person, whether a patient, relative, representative, caregiver, newborn, or deceased person, from leaving a hospital, clinic, or similar facility on the ground of non-payment, in whole or in part, of hospital bills, medical expenses, or professional fees. It includes the refusal to A, physically discharge a patient or issue documents necessary for discharge, interment, or benefit claims. B, remove medical devices when such removal is medically appropriate. C, release personal belongings. And D, release the cadaver of a deceased patient to the surviving relatives. So for the record, Madam Chair.
We therefore approve
Yes,
the
Madam Chair.
amendment just read by the sponsor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. To proceed, still on page 2 from Senator Gatchalian. On page 2, line 30, after the word required, delete the preposition on and replace with preposition of. Further, on the same line, delete the word senior citizens and replace with the word patients. I so move.
No objection? So
Thank-
approved.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam President. Page 3 amendments now. Still from Senator Gatchalian. On page 3, line 2, after the word development, delete the colon and the phrase provided further that those patients who are partially recovered shall sign a waiver or undertaking that they are assuming the risk of the consequences for requesting for discharge despite having not fully recovered. I so move.
No objection?
Thank
Amendment
you,
is approved.
Madam President.
We recognize Senator
Yes, Madam
Pia
President.
Cayetano.
To repeat, the motion approved was to delete from colon and the following phrase up to the words having not fully recovered.
Yes, that is
Madam
clearly
Chair.
understood.
Yes,
Sorry,
Madam Chair.
I would just like to see it in writing just because I was conferring with my staff on my amendment on this same item. So I was not able to capture the actual amendment. It might be the same as mine. It might be different. I need time to just look at the actual amendment, Madam President.
It is actually different, Madam President, and it's supposed to be the next amendment that I will read into the record, also from Senator Pia Cayetano. And I will yield the floor if the good gentle lady would prefer to read her amendment, Madam President.
So I understand my amendment is different, but I do have a comment on this amendment. If Her Honor can just give me time, a minute suspension, please.
All right.
Session
Yes, Madam
suspended.
President.